Wednesday, October 22nd. Salem wakes in silence, but it's not peace, it's pressure. The kind that builds right before everything cracks. Yesterday's chaos still lingers, broken hearts, exposed lies, and a diagnosis that changes everything. But today, the ripple effects begin to spread. Across town, families are tested, loyalties unravel, and one quiet conversation could alter the future of an entire legacy. Because in this town, every truth has a cost. Every alliance hides a motive. And every secret is just waiting for the right moment to resurface. This isn't calm, it's countdown. And before the day ends, Salem will remember why peace never lasts. Inside the gleaming glass walls of DiMera Enterprises, the air feels colder than usual. Two brothers, E.J. DiMera and Chad DiMera, sit across from one another, divided not by the table, but by years of betrayal, buried anger, and unspoken guilt. E.J. straightens his tie, pretending control comes easily. Chad doesn't buy it. His tone is sharp, his words sharper. You call it strategy, E.J. I call it survival, at any cost. E.J. fires back, calm and deliberate. Someone has to keep this family alive. Even if it means getting my hands dirty. The tension thickens. For a moment, it's not business anymore, it's blood. Chad brings up Thomas, his son, his voice breaking for the first time. What happens when our sons start acting like us? When lies become legacy? E.J. falters, the mask slips. The ruthless businessman becomes just a man haunted by his reflection. His voice softens. We swore we'd be better. But look at us, Chad, we've become exactly what we promised to destroy. Silence. Heavy. Unforgiving. For once, they're not fighting over control of the DiMera empire. They're fighting the ghosts of who they used to be. And deep down, both know, redemption may come, but it won't come cheap. At Salem University Hospital, the corridors are quiet, too quiet. Under the hum of fluorescent lights, Leo Stark moves like a thief in designer shoes. Clipboard in hand, eyes darting from door to door, he's on the hunt for gossip, scandal, or both. He slips into the restricted wing, the one marked authorized personnel only. Inside, files line the shelves like sleeping secrets. Leo grins, jackpot. He flips through a patient folder, scanning names he shouldn't recognize, until one catches his eye. He stops breathing for a second. A connection to the DiMeras. Maybe even to E.J. himself. But before he can dig deeper, a voice cuts through the silence. Looking for trouble, Mr. Stark? Rita Leslie, crisp uniform, eyes like steel, stands at the door. Leo flashes that trademark grin, the one that's gotten him out of trouble more times than he can count. Trouble? No, darling. Just curiosity. Curiosity, she says flatly, gets people fired. Security arrives. The folder is yanked from his hands. Leo's caught, but not defeated. Because in the 5 seconds before Rita appeared, he read just enough to know the DiMeras are hiding something explosive. As he's escorted out, that smile returns. Because in Salem, a scandal isn't a secret, it's an investment. And Leo Stark just struck gold. The bell rings at Salem Elementary, but the classroom stays quiet. At a small table by the window, Jeremy Horton leans over Thomas DiMera's notebook, his voice calm, his tone patient. But it's clear this session isn't really about homework. Thomas stares at the paper in front of him, pencil unmoving. Finally, he blurts out, "It doesn't matter what I do. Everyone just sees my name, DiMera." The word hangs heavy, too big for someone his age to carry. Jeremy sets down the book. "Do you feel like people decided who you are before you even had a chance to?" Thomas nods, eyes down. "They talk about my dad, my uncle, like I'm supposed to be one of them." For a long moment, there's only silence, the kind that fills more than words ever could. Then Jeremy says softly, "Legacy isn't a chain, Thomas. It's a choice. You don't have to carry what breaks you." Thomas smiles, a rare, fragile smile that seems to lift some of the weight off his shoulders. But when he leaves, Jeremy stays frozen, watching the boy disappear down the hallway. His face changes, thoughtful, haunted. As if he's remembering something he shouldn't. Because that advice he gave might have been meant for himself. And suddenly, Salem's newest teacher doesn't seem so simple after all. In the heart of the town square, Alex Kuriakis storms in like a man on fire. Every step is heavy, every glance cold. He's been waiting for this confrontation, and now, he's found his target. Jeremy Horton barely has time to turn before Alex shouts, "You think I don't know it was you? You're the one who told Leo Stark about Stephanie's secret, you ruined her." Heads turn. Salem watches. Jeremy keeps his voice low. "You're wrong, Alex." But Alex is past reasoning. "You think I don't see what you're doing? You act like the nice guy, but you're no better than the rest." Before it can spiral further, Stephanie Johnson rushes in. Her voice cuts through the chaos. "Enough." The crowd falls silent. She turns to Alex, the man she once trusted, and her disappointment is palpable. "You didn't ask for the truth," she says quietly. "You just needed someone to blame." The words slice deeper than any accusation. And when the truth comes out, that E.J. DiMera was the real leak, Alex's anger crumbles into shame. The onlookers drift away, leaving the three of them in an awkward silence. Stephanie's voice softens, but her pain remains. "You didn't protect me, Alex, you exposed me." Alex stands there alone, realizing the harsh truth. He didn't just lose control, he lost her trust. And in Salem, that kind of mistake doesn't fade. It festers. Back at Salem University Hospital, the corridors are quiet, but the stillness feels deceptive, like calm before another storm. Inside her office, Dr. Marlena Evans reviews Sophia Choi's file once more. The data doesn't change, vitals steady, diagnosis clear, but something else gnaws at her. She can't stop thinking about Rachel Black and the fragments of memory that keep slipping through her mind. Flashes of shadows, a scream, the unmistakable sound of a gun. Marlena's pen trembles slightly as she writes her notes. These aren't random flashes, they're the beginning of a truth clawing its way back. And in Salem, truth is never just truth. It's a weapon, waiting for the right moment to strike. Across the hall, Sarah Horton sits alone in an empty consultation room. Her hands rest where her wedding ring used to be. The silence feels heavier than heartbreak, it feels final. When Amy Choi rushes in, desperate for news about Sophia, Sarah stands, offering comfort through her exhaustion. Her voice is steady, but her eyes betray her, the eyes of a woman trying to mend others while her own soul unravels. From her doorway, Marlena watches, and finally understands. Salem's sickness runs deeper than the body or mind. It's inherited, emotional, eternal, and no therapy, no medicine, can ever truly cure it. As night drapes over Salem, the city exhales a heavy, uncertain breath. Streetlights flicker, doors lock, and behind every window, someone lies awake with the truth they can't confess. E.J. and Chad DiMera carry the weight of family sins too dark to bury. Alex Kuriakis drowns in regret, realizing that love can't survive without trust. Sarah Horton walks out of the hospital into the cool night, her fingers brushing the empty space where her ring once was. And deep inside a dim hospital room, Sophia Choi stirs. Her eyes open slowly, her lips part. One word slips out, faint, trembling, almost lost to the air. No one hears it, but whatever she said, it changes everything. Was it a confession, a warning, or the first whisper of the storm about to come? Because in days of our lives, nothing truly ends. It just waits for tomorrow.